The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Jesse Holley, Kurt Daniels, and Nate Newton.
Let's go. It's Victory Monday. It's a little delayed, but it's Victory Monday. Yes. What's going on, fellas? It's the live look at the Tostitos Championship Plaza outside in front of the Ford Center, where it's looking very festive. Thanksgiving is done. We are on the horizon now of Christmas, and I love Christmas. Christmas is the most wonderful time of the year. That is... I'm not going to enter the way I said I was going to enter. That is Nate Newton.
Yes,
he
sir.
Is Kurt Daniels. Yep. I am.
Why are you hating
Holley.
on Herschel Walker, man? Because he has his own opinion. He has his own opinion. He has a right to have his own opinion of who he want to be and what he want to believe in.
Together, we
Together we are who?
We are hanging with the boys. The sports talk equivalent of Braille.
Braille, baby.
Feel us when we speak.
And so you said last night the Eagles was the sports equivalent of Braille?
Man. We'll get into a little bit of that. But we're gonna have some leftovers today.
From where?
The Cowboys beat the New York Football Giants on Thanksgiving, 28-20. And, you know, feel how you feel.
Why you smiling like that, dog?
You know, the Cowboys won the game. And I may have been a little bit critical on my post-game show. But maybe I was in the moment. But I did feel some kind of way, guys.
Really?
I did.
What you felt?
You know, I just at times don't like the way the Cowboys go about business. And I don't want to be the sourpuss of the group. Sourpuss. I don't want to be the sourpuss of the group and be on the negative side. But I was so unhappy with the way the Cowboys played that first half of football.
Not 3 games in 12 days, Jess.
I was so unhappy at the way the Cowboys played that first half of football.
They wanted to dominate. They wanted to come out and put them away, Jess.
They didn't dominate. Not only did they not dominate, they were, again, the penalties reared their ugly head.
Yes, they
did.
The
mistakes reared their ugly head. And I can't stop having these nightmares and these day terrors of thinking about if you bring that style of football play to the playoffs, we will be sitting here having the very same conversation we had last year. Penalties, mistakes, coming out slow.
Interceptions.
Turnovers. I mean, you just – and I was so upset. And they rectified it and they came back and they had a better second half. But I was more on the – I'm not really an emotional person when it comes to sporting events. But I was visibly upset at the first half of action of football from the Cowboys on Thanksgiving Day. Did anyone feel the way that I felt? Did I give off the Braille? Did I give off the Braille? Did you feel me in that?
Okay. Calm down. Let me tell you. Let me tell you what me and Kurt felt.
Okay. Go right ahead.
No, I'm just gonna have me some fun today. I just already made up in my mind. I'm gonna have me some. Me and you were on the same page. But
I love how he always makes me feel like I'm the outlier.
Yeah, no, me and you on the same page.
He sits right there. Like he's the shotgun version of this thing.
Right. So don't do what you did, Dak, and come at the end of in your post game and say, well, because all that's telling me is don't take shots. Practice being who you are and get better at being the identity of who you are. And I shot y'all a screenshot or something before y'all started to y'all phones. As good as I think the Eagles are, they did not shy away last night of who they're trying to be. Better who you are and I may be saying it all wrong in English-wise, better who you are and improve on that. And if you watched the Eagles last night, physical, physical, physical. And that's what it's going to take for us. We starting to try to build that identity. Don't take the first half and experiment with the first half. Be who you are. Get rid of those penalties. Don't throw unnecessary interceptions because, like Jesse said, when it becomes playoff time, when it's come times to get placed in these in this circle, which we're going to be this fifth. We're gonna be,
yeah. I mean, if everything goes according to schedule.
So you have to be who you are and improve on who you are. And if throwing those type of passes is who you are, you're not going to be.
So
you're not going to be doing anything.
Why did they come out not being who they are? Was it play calling? Was it thinking that, Giants got a bunch of injuries, we got an easy road?
Trying to put them away. Trying to put them away early. The Giants, they one thing they have not been this whole short period of time, they never packed in any game. Mm-hmm. They've never just say, okay, you got us. Have you seen, they play to the whistle and through the whistle. So that was wrong in our thinking. We gave them much needed energy in the first half. If it weren't for Zeke and that ugly style of running that he has and our defense, we could have been looking at something real ugly.
Was there some hangover from Monday's game? Everything was perfect on Sunday.
That's the issue sometimes.
And they were just kind of hung
can't handle prosperity. It's called can you handle prosperity? And we didn't handle it right in the first half. Mm-hmm. We should have came out just getting after them with Tony Pollard, with short pass. And it took the second half, like the tight ends, I've been like, whoa, these tight ends, that's using. We got 3 of them.
4.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So now I'll say this. We should know who we are by now. And we're not a high-flying act. I don't care about no double tap in the end zone, CD Lamb, and all that foolishness. I don't care about none of that. Who we are is a grinded-out, play-action team that's supposed to be playing smart football. And they did that in the second half. And, yes, 3 games in 12 days, we 2-1. I figured we should have been 3-0. Yeah. I can live with that. Thank you, Jess.
You got it, man. This segment is brought to you by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Yes. Now that we got that out the way,
did we though? I mean, what did you say? I didn't. Yeah. Were they just playing with their food? Were they hungover? Were they not?
I like how you use that. I like how you did that.
He got that.
I like that. I like you hang around with us long enough, brother. You gonna really turn the corner, brother. Yeah. You gonna turn the corner, turn a couple shades darker, man. I'm telling you, hang around us. But no, I did think I thought they played with their food. I thought when you looked at this Giants football team, it was a depleted, it was a beat down, just physically. They were down so many players. And what we did was we gave a team who, and no, they haven't quit all year long, but there's certain teams that will quit.
Yeah.
Because they had every excuse to.
Right.
We've played 3 games in a certain amount of days, and it's a quick turnaround for us. And boy, we're depleted, and we're down a lot more players than they are, like physically down players. But we gave them hope. We came out, and they were like, hold on, we're actually winning at halftime. When this game, by all stretch of imagination, should have been over at the start. They looked up and said, hey, guys. Now, what ended up happening was the war of attrition came about. And it was we had a little bit more better guys than y'all had, and we were able to y'all ran this course, and the guys who were playing, who were backups to the backup to the backup, they only used to playing about 25 snaps. By the time you got to halftime, you up there near 30-something, and things just went downhill from there for the Giants. And, I thought the Giants blinked when they went for it, when they didn't get in that third quarter.
They're in their own territory.
And they threw the ball back on Saquon. If it's out in front, it's a first down. They keep changing. I thought that's when they blinked. And when they blinked, we then turned around to score, and I said, all right. I said, okay, it's over. I knew then it was over because they didn't have any more.
But you couldn't quell your emotions, huh? And it went into the post game.
Yeah, because I didn't. I didn't.
Makes good radio.
So you didn't feel good. I mean, just stop, man.
I didn't.
Stop.
I didn't. And I'm usually the consummate professional.
Right.
When it comes to managing emotions.
Right.
And I didn't. I just did not feel good about the victory. Because you go and you watch the Niners.
Don't do that, Jazz. Don't do
And
that.
they eliminate, like they.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
They eviscerate people.
Don't do that, Jazz.
They eviscerate people.
Don't do that.
You know what I mean? And I'm just like, I see these things and I'm just like, and I know people are going to say, Jesse, you're a hater. Jesse, you're this, you're that. Jesse, you're not. And I'm just like.
Not for what you're seeing.
I'm like, guys, I'm looking at stuff and I'm saying, and I hear Nate's voice in my head. I always hear equal to or better than, right? Equal competition, equal quarterback or better than, we struggle. And if we do that when we're clicking, we had 13 turnovers. I think we had 7 in the first half. Yeah. I left my notebook in the car, but there were
penalties.
There were at least
penalties.
There were at least 4 or 5 holdings.
Offside,
Pre-snap
4
stuff.
offside.
Four false starts.
Yeah.
I think.
Come on, fellas. Yeah. Like that don't take nothing. Just look at the ball.
Yeah.
So it's things like that kill drives.
Yeah.
And lead you now to having to force those passes down. If I don't never see another Dak, CD Lamb, middle of the field pass again, I'll be perfectly okay. I'd be perfectly okay. Yeah. I really, really, really would. Did you have any takes on the first half?
Well, the same thing. It was frustrating. You just felt this was the better team, and they're just kind of hung up slow out of the gate. And I still kind of felt like, like you said, in the long run, the talent would kind of win out, but. It was frustrating to see them just kind of shoot themselves in the foot over and over again with penalties and turnovers.
What you don't like is the inconsistency of you finally got it rolling against the Minnesota Vikings, which won this past week. That was the NFC is just so nice to see. It's so refreshing. But I tell you, like here, Jess, I'm sitting up in that first half. I'm looking at all the fellas like, why? Why are we doing the same things? We know what we're not good at, but we gonna force it, and I just don't see the logic in it. Mm-hmm. When you don't have to force nothing, why? I think between our tight ends and the way our receivers are, that our long game isn't there, but our short to intermediate game is there, and make them play wide. It ain't always got to be deep, which you need that, and I guess that's why Odell name keep popping up, because you need that guy that can make that play down the field or get across the middle and make that play. But right about now, you got to play to your strength. That's the intermediate to short game, and just keep the field wide, keep everybody spread out, give people space to move. That's just what I see right now. Maybe it'll get better, but what I saw last night, fellas, was a team that ain't going to get away from who they are. They know who they are in the Eagles.
300 and what yards rushing?
Yeah, they know who they are, man. And I know we ain't talking about it, but that's hard to ignore. I watched that game and I wanted to. I'm going to turn it off after the first quarter. I'm going to turn it off after the second. But they know who they are, bro. It's good to see that. Yeah. I hate them. I mean, not in a, No,
I got you.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys seem like they're – and this is the part that it's the frustrating part. The Cowboys are somewhere in between Minnesota and Green Bay.
Yeah.
Like –
who are they?
And that's the question. We don't have an answer. Mm-hmm. No one can definitively say that we have an answer. And I'm not talking about the Cooper Rush 5 games. I'm talking about the last 5 games with Dak Prescott.
Does that fall on the coaches for play calling and that sort of thing, or is it on the players to?
It's both. It's both. I've questioned Kellen Moore's logic in his play calling at times, and thinking sometimes like, man, why would you do? They ran in that game, and. This is when I knew I got emotional, because I banged the table. It was a third down, and they ran 4 verticals. It was 3rd and 6, and they ran 4 verts. And I'm like, it's 3rd and 6.
Right.
Why are we running 4 verticals? You don't have to run 4 verts. You know, if anything else, run 3 verts and then have someone underneath do like, you know, come underneath on a 5-yard little in route, because if he catches it, he's either going to fall forward or break a tackle, and everybody's already 30 yards down the field. Yeah. Like that's the part of coaching where I'm like, hey, here's where you use KaVontae Turpin, right? All right, I run 4 verts. I have the small or the short guy. Use your speed and run a shallow cross, because they blitzed.
Yeah.
And they blitzed. Run a shallow cross. And now it's his speed versus their speed. And they didn't have a guy that's going to run a 4-3 or 4-2, whatever he runs. Mm-hmm. Dump it off to him and then let him just outrun him to the sideline for the first down or up the field for a big gain. Like that's simple coaching. But we ran 4 verts and we didn't convert. That's when I was just like, come on.
Yeah. Like
those type of things will get you in trouble when you get into those real serious situations where you can't afford to give up possessions like that. When every possession will actually matter in a game. And so, you know, but we'll get to the second half and we'll be more joyful and we'll be more.
I'm excited, Jason.
You just said you was right there with me. Don't change
the
on me
first
now.
half. I said that's what I'm saying. The first half, I was right there with you. But
now,
you never got happy, Jess.
I just said second half of football. We're gonna get a little happy. We're gonna talk about Zeke, your boy. We'll talk about fresh legs.
That's the only thing that kept him in the game was Zeke and the defense.
We're going to talk about fresh legs. We're going to talk about Odell Beckham. Get moved off the plane. His list went from Cowboys, Giants to Cowboys, Giants, Bills, Chiefs.
Yeah.
You know, that list may get longer and longer and longer.
It's always there.
Yeah, it's going to get longer and longer. And we'll see what that means for the Cowboys. So stay right here with us. Is Hanging with the Boys. We'll be right back.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Blockchain.com is one of the most trusted ways to buy, sell, and trade crypto. Whether you're always on the go or stay closer to home, Blockchain.com is just a few taps away. Put the power of crypto in your pocket, so no matter where you are, you can trade on your terms and build a crypto portfolio to fit your life. For crypto pros, rookies, and anyone in between, Blockchain.com makes it easy to own a piece of the future. Blockchain.com, trusted by millions, trusted by America's team.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of fan you are. So whether you're a die-hard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they made just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pre-game sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
Hey Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to Hanging with the Boys, your Thanksgiving leftovers. Cowboys beat the Giants 28-20 on Thanksgiving Day. We missed you. We hope that you had a great time with your family, that you got recharged. You ate all of, I call it the Holy Trinity. That mac and cheese, collard greens, and yams all on one. Ooh, the holy trinity. It just gives me, it just makes me do the Harlem Shake right there. This segment is brought to you by blockchain.com. Dan Quinn Salute to Service Award. Dallas Cowboys defensive coordinator Dan Quinn, my Jersey guy Dan Quinn, let me add that in there. Longtime support of the service members, veterans and their family, demonstrates the salute to service tenets to honor, empower, and connect with those who preserve our freedoms. The Cowboys are proud to nominate Coach Quinn as the 2022 NFL Salute to Service Award Club nominee. Join us in making sure he becomes a finalist for this prestigious award by voting at NFL.com/salute-fan-vote. That's how we do in Jersey. That's how we just do it that way. Jersey dudes right there. That's Dan Quinn.
That's it.
That's Dan Quinn.
So
right
where are you
there.
taking us this
I'm
segment?
taking us to the joyous half of the Thanksgiving game. The Cowboys came out of halftime after the magnificent performance by the Jonas Brothers. Did you watch the Jonas Brothers perform?
Yeah, I had no other choice. Everybody was watching it, so I was forced to watch it.
It's a ringing endorsement there.
I mean, they making a movie or something, them Jonas Brothers, with somebody else, man. They making a movie.
They?
Yeah.
I went to the bathroom.
Yeah, they I'm serious.
I grabbed some second helping.
Chris, help me out here. What movie they make? Destiny or Eternity or something? They making a movie. One of them Jonas boys, the two of them. Yeah, they're in the movie.
So only one of them making a movie, the rest of them not?
Nah, I don't think they want
Only
the whole
one of
group.
them is.
They ain't singing. They don't need a whole lot of singing. They need some
Such
acting.
a big fan. I know the Jonas.
Oh, no, it was just what we did at what the yeah, them guys over there. Yeah.
But the second half, the Cowboys came out and they still had a fair amount of penalties in the second half, but the offense got rolling and you started seeing, the power of your boy, your man's in them. 21, Ezekiel Elliott. He had a game like he had, he revisited his youth for a second.
Yeah, they came out that first drive of the half and they started running the ball, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. They started running it. And I think Zeke, he had a 21-yarder or 26-yarder or something like that.
He ran for one scramble. He ran for 16.
16.
Then Pollard ran for 13. They had a pretty good, their first five, well, one was a deck scramble, but their first 5 plays were runs.
They came out and they got back to their identity. Running the football first, being physical up front, allowing those offensive linemen to get hold of some of them people, and then drive the football down the field. And then off that, go to play action pass. And I was impressed by the way they were able to come out in the second half and perform. And the person that really impressed me the most was Zeke. It looked like for a minute, Zeke found that fountain of youth. Like he found his old self a little bit. And I don't know if that's because, he had a couple days off, leading up to it, missing the 2 games with the knee injury. But he looked fresh. He looked like he had the bounce to him a little bit. He was cutting in and out of holes. And he doesn't have the breakaway speed anymore. But he had some really good lateral movements inside, in the box that you normally see Zeke do, and that jump cut, that patented jump cut that he would have, and you saw that the vision was there. That's one thing about a back as they get a little bit long in the tooth. It's the other parts of the game becomes more effective. Like he may not have the long speed anymore, but his vision. And I think he's always had good vision, but as you get older and older, you see blocks develop. You learn how to set up blocks from your offensive linemen on defenders. And, of course, you had jump around Jalen on the other side in New York. What a clown.
Don't do that. Jalen has found his niche, and he's doing what he has to do. Be kind.
What is his niche? Please elaborate. What is his niche? WWE? He doesn't need to do. Go play WWE.
He is evidently better than what they have over there because he's on the field, and he's on the field quite often. And I'm not endorsing one way or the other.
You're right.
But when we got stuffed on that short yardage play, who was in there?
Leonard.
Yeah, jump around was too.
Yeah, Leonard.
Yeah.
Leonard.
So give him his due, man. Let this man have his way, man. Come on now.
Sure.
I do like how they've handled Zeke this year, though. Last year, Zeke.
Oh, they would have crushed him. They would have kept playing him.
Yeah, maybe it was a different injury last year. I'm not entirely sure, but they gave him the rest he needed. Where last year they kept rolling him out there and he struggled and bounced around and whatever. But it's showing that Yeah, he came back with fresher legs. He's not going to have that breakaway speed, but he doesn't need to. Pollard's that role.
Oh, and I think that is the good balance between the two. Is being able to have those two out there. And Zeke got back to not quite to 100 yards, but very close.
92.
Had 92.
His name is Jalen Smith, man. All right.
We moved on. I'm talking about Zeke. I'm done talking about him. We're talking about him for.
I'm just saying, man.
It's a Cowboy show.
You know, wow. Anyway, I just had to get my laugh, man, because when you just
my man's coming
dismiss this man. Now you don't dismiss him now. Don't do him like that.
That's another part that got me. See, you want me? The other part that got me frustrated in the first half is you employed Jalen Smith as a Dallas Cowboy, and you cut him as a Dallas Cowboy because you knew he couldn't move side to side.
Right.
But yet we kept trying to run at him. That's what he wants you to do.
Right.
I'm like, why are we not
make him cover, make him get on the tight end.
Make him do something that he has to go sideline to sideline.
Right.
We win every time. But we're like, let's go right at him. I'm like, no, that's where he wins. That's actually where he wins.
Right.
Don't make him win.
Okay.
Just, hey, start this way and go that way. I promise you he won't be able to get over there.
Right.
He'll take some time. He'll come jumping on the pile 5 minutes late. That's what he would do.
When Olsen said that, what is he? Oh, remember that Olsen said, what is he doing?
Yeah, it's nonsense. The one thing that is a positive, the Cowboys continued to get better despite the turnovers, despite the penalties. They got better again on third down. 7 of 11 on third down, 64% on third down, and that's always going to give you a chance. Again, even against good teams, you're converting on third downs, and you're limiting your penalties. That keeps drives going. That keeps your defense on the sideline, their defense on the field, and ultimately it does what at the end of the day that number at the bottom, right? That number at the bottom, that TOP, you win the time of possessions when you're able to win the third downs.
Yeah.
Do well on first down, convert your third downs. You'll have the time of possession. Don't kill your drives with the pre-snap penalties would really boils my blood because there's no need for it.
Right.
There's no need for that.
This is we can do it later. It's a tangent, but
let's go on a tangent.
The Dallas Morning News has an interesting article today about the Cowboys lead the league with 14 false start penalties at home in 6 games. In 5 road games, they only have 2. Why are they getting penalized? Why false at home? You would think crowds in your favor, this and that. I mean. How do you fix that? I mean,
I don't know. And this is the inconsistency with the Cowboys because it's normally the reverse. It's normally you go on the road, the crowd noise, the hostile environment, you kind of mess up a little bit. At home, you at the crib. Everything is in your favor. Yeah. Crowd's in your favor. Locker room's in your favor. Everything's in your favor. Yet and still, we flip it when it comes to that.
Usually on the road, it's a silent count.
That's what I'm saying. But
so you move when the guy next to you moves.
But the penalties you normally go up. You get delay of games. You get holdings. Sometimes you get those guys moving when they're not supposed to be moving on the road, not at home.
Yeah.
Normally at home, you're pretty good. You should be pretty sound with pre-snap penalties.
Yeah.
Fellas, I agree with everything you're saying, but we won the game. At least we won the game. At least we won the game.
Going back to the tangent, going back to the third down conversions. I mean, is it because of Dak's back? I mean, because they were 29th, 30th in the league in third down percentage. Now they're top 10.
Yeah, it matters. Quarterback matters.
Yeah,
it just does. It doesn't. Your quarterback matters. You get a competent quarterback in there, and the one thing that I did enjoy, they went back to almost a little bit of rookie Dak, got him running the football a little bit, using his legs, and saying, "Hey, make yourself a weapon." Allow yourself to be now counted into the mix. Mm-hmm. Don't make it 10 on 11 anymore. Let's make it 11 on 11 at times because you have that ability to do those things. Switching gears briefly, it was talked about that the Giants-Cowboys game was supposed to be the Odell Beckham Bowl. Who knows where Odell is going? But he was traveling. He was at the Miami Heat game, spent some time in Miami over the weekend. He was traveling back home to L.A., gets on an American Airlines flight, and all hell breaks loose.
Crazy.
They said that he was falling in and out of consciousness and was being disobedient to their demands. He said that he fell asleep, put the blanket over his head, and when he woke up, they were asking him to put the seatbelt on. He didn't deny putting the seatbelt on. He would have done it, but they had already were in the process of deboarding the plane, and they had him escorted off the plane through the airport. I don't know what's true and what's not true.
Right, yeah, it's hard to tell.
I don't know, right? His people came out with a statement and said opposite of what the Dade County Police said and the airport people said.
The flight attendant overreacted.
But is this the type of drama that is associated with Odell Beckham?
It seems to follow him.
Right?
Whether he's right or wrong, it seems to follow him.
Is this the type of thing that is good for the Cowboys, bad for the Cowboys, on par for the Cowboys? Does that type of situation, what does that bring to the Cowboys? Nathaniel, would you like to?
If I was 100% wanting him here, I would try to find an explanation. I exclude myself from this because I don't want him. So I really exclude myself from this, Jack, because I do not. I think that we can go as far as we're gonna go with what we got. This what we got marinated process. I have no comment on Odell, man. I've always tried to. I mean, he's a great athlete. He's a man. Whenever I talk to his boys who know him, they love him to death and they cheer for him. And but me, I don't need this. This locker room is calm. This locker room has kind of been stable over the last 8 or 9 games. Nothing has exploded. I just want to see how it develops for itself with those guys that's in there. So I have no comment on Mr. Odell Beckham.
I agree with your thoughts there. The Cowboys want him. This won't be an issue. They're not going to worry about it. They'll get him. But I just think that they've got a good thing going over there. I don't think he can be that big of an impact this year. I just don't know if he's worth disrupting and bringing that kind of spotlight to a room that seems pretty cohesive.
And it seems like his list got a little bit longer. It was reported that it was the Giants and the Cowboys. Like those were the 2 teams that he was looking at. And then after this past weekend, it was more so the Giants, Cowboys, Bills, Chiefs, and maybe some other people that are adding to the mix by now. Not saying that you want them or don't want them or need them or don't need them or any of that. What do you think? Just give me a ballpark percentage, Kurt, and then Nate. Give me a ballpark percentage of Odell Beckham. This percentage will become a Cowboy.
I still think it's kind of low, like 30%. I'm not sure he truly wants to come here. I think that I don't know, some of the tweets he's had, it seems like New York would still kind of be his first choice if they turn things, if they keep it rolling. But my hope is that maybe I'm just my own wishful thinking, but I still think the odds are under 500.
All right. Nate?
I'm with you, man, with 20% that he would come here. I mean, because I can't get past what's here. I like what's here,
right?
And I can't separate the two. So 20%, for me, because I can't separate. I believe this right here. If you could just guarantee me that he would not get hurt, because I've seen every dude that came off those type surgeries. If you got to ramp him up for 2 weeks, so now we'll be 4 games left. Then you got to get him going in the game, so that'll be 2 games left. And maybe he can be that guy that makes that play in the playoffs to get us to the second round.
Yeah.
Maybe he is that guy. But then how much do you pay him, which I'm not going to worry about how much I pay him. If you get him here, that means you want him here, so pay him whatever he desire or whatever y'all can come to agreement.
I think they'd almost be bringing him here for next season.
Yep. Yeah, my thought exactly. But Kurt said 20, Kurt said 30, Nate said 20. I said that we're taking a 100% break right here. After this break, we'll head into our third and final segment, man, and we'll just kind of put we'll finish out the leftovers. It's Monday now. Whatever ain't eating, we're going to throw that away, and we're going to start cooking up our fresh meal the Colts are coming to town on Sunday Night Football. We'll get you kind of a little bit primed and ready for that.
They ain't got but one dude. One dude only.
So
Saturday.
Go Tar Heels. This is Hanging with the Boys. We'll be right back.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of Cowboys fan you are. So whether you're a diehard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they made just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great Dallas Cowboys seats.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Blockchain.com is one of the most trusted ways to buy, sell, and trade crypto. Whether you're always on the go or stay closer to home, Blockchain.com is just a few taps away. Put the power of crypto in your pocket, so no matter where you are, you can trade on your terms and build a crypto portfolio to fit your life. For crypto pros, rookies, and anyone in between, Blockchain.com makes it easy to own a piece of the future. Blockchain.com, trusted by millions, trusted by America's team.
Hey, Cowboys fans, if you're thinking about attending a game this season, visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today. Stay at the team hotel, have dinner with a Cowboys legend, and experience AT&T Stadium's exclusive VIP Owners Club. Also, tour the Star, get autographs from your favorite players, and talk X's and O's with me, Mickey Spagnola. The official travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys will take care of all your travel needs. Visit cowboystravel.com.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to Hanging with the Boys as we finish up our leftover victory Monday from the Cowboys' victory over the Giants on Thanksgiving Day. When is a good time? Let's just say I celebrate on Wednesdays because we work on Thursdays. Mm-hmm. You celebrated on Thursdays.
Yeah.
Give me your number of days before the leftovers need to be thrown away, if there's any leftovers. So if you went on Thursday, if you got your meal on Thursday, is Saturday the throwaway day or is Sunday the throwaway day?
We'll go longer than that.
Really?
We still got some leftovers. Yeah, we still got some leftovers to eat.
You're still munching on food from Thursday?
Yeah, I had some yesterday. Yeah.
Wow. Nate?
I probably won't go much longer.
I'm going to tell you something. I'm like him, after a couple of days, I tell my wife, but you eat it. And then when I say it like that, she get kind of mad, So after about 2 days.
I'm the guinea pig in my house. I'm the one here. I'm the one that's eating leftovers.
I'm telling you, if it ain't in 2 days, I'm moving on. The fat man has to.
You need a fresh fat.
I may not change clothes, what I wear, a whole lot. I mean, I change clothes. But I may wear the same things over and over, but not my food, baby. Not my food. I promise you.
You said the fat man need a new fat.
Yeah, and so I can say this because Ford is who reps us.
Yeah.
You go down to that Ford place down the street down there, the new restaurant. You talking about some good food. Oh, my God. They got some chicken, grill, some fried chicken.
I'm going to find out where this
chicken
is
tenders,
from you.
bro. They got some chicken tenders down there next level.
Ford place.
Yeah, it's right down the road, man. All right, man. I'm just letting you know.
So you're still munching
today, I don't know. Yesterday, I definitely had a big plate, but we'll see about tomorrow.
A big plate? Mm-hmm. So you had like a little bit of everything still left over?
It was a full meal there, yeah.
You know what I had last night? Because I make up stuff. Old school stuff. I make up.
We saw your struggle meal.
I had.
We saw what the heck that was.
Macaroni and cheese that my wife is excellent in making. I had macaroni and cheese.
Is that fresh macaroni and cheese?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sauce, weenie. Chopped up weenies.
Like a hot dog or like an Earl Campbell?
Or like however you want a weenie.
No, that's two different things.
Little ones?
There's the little ones, the little ballparks.
Okay.
Anyway, And I had chopped up half of that and some turkey, just turkey out of a deli turkey, and what was that corn? Chicken corn something chowder, and I mixed it all together. And my wife's like, "You gonna really eat this?" Man, you talking about something good.
Oh.
I'm old school. Like, I eat sardines and crackers and stuff like that and Viennas. I mix stuff up like that, and eat it. And
just like
I'm going to
slop.
dispose it.
That's slop.
I'm going to dispose. That's why you think Brian called me a hoggy?
That's slop, man.
Yeah, that's hoggy style, baby.
Man,
that's hoggy style.
That's like what I feed my dog, man.
Don't do that. You feed your dog, better not eat.
I probably do. My dog get chicken gizzards, chicken liver, and chicken feet.
And no one to be riding up clucking.
You're done with them, huh? You're out. You're done with the leftovers.
Yeah, I mean, Saturday I was throwing stuff away.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's wasteful, man.
Nah, my mom like, you
That's
need to
wasteful.
freeze it. I'm like, relax, woman. I'm not freezing this stuff.
That's wasteful, Jesse.
Nah, what we gonna do with it?
That's wasteful, son.
I was tired of it.
Well, that's part of it too. Now I've kind of had.
I don't understand this. Don't you do this again? The Holy Trinity. Oh, I'm having
Holy
it.
Trinity.
Yeah,
Oh, Lord.
You see it? Now he's throwing the Holy Trinity.
Yeah, away.
After 4 days, you know what I mean? After 4
Even
days.
Jesus got up.
I need gotta re-up, you know what I'm saying? Everybody tell you, go to church on Sunday, come back on Wednesday. You need that re-up. I'm like you, I want some fresh fat.
Yeah.
I need my fresh fat.
Wow,
I can't keep eating the same thing over and over again.
Man, we need to go to that Ford place. Get Shanna and go down to that Ford place.
Let's do it.
Man, we don't need to wait on that either, Jess.
Wait,
hold on. Yeah, it is something else.
I'm going to do it this week. I know what you're about to say.
What am I about to say?
You ain't come bring us our breakfast yet, our dinner, your lunch yet from Muhammad. I'm going to do it this week.
Lord, Muhammad, he don't put that little bit of money in there trying to get an ounce of savings off of it. That's how he is.
The interest on it.
Hey, that's probably why he was mad at the Cowboys. See, if y'all I ain't going to even feed Nate them because y'all didn't act right in the first half.
They didn't cover the first half. My money got lost. No, I'm playing. They didn't cover the first half.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add?
No, man, I'm just excited. A little disappointed that the Eagles looked like they got better, so I'm a little disappointed in that. But I'm good with the Cowboys. I'm good with them, man. I'm ready, Jess.
I saw a stat in the game defensively. Do you know that Micah Parsons does not have a one-sack game this season?
Not, huh?
Wow.
He does not have – either he gets 2 or more or none at all.
No. He either feast or famine.
Feast or famine.
Wow.
I wonder if that's because those other teams have figured out how to kind of keep him in check, maybe, or
I don't know. Whenever he gets one, you just know that another one is coming.
Wow.
He gets his in bunches. So
yesterday or whenever Thursday's game was the first time he's had sacks this year against an NFC East opponent.
Really?
He was shut out the first meeting with Giants, Washington, and Philly. No sacks.
So Sir Douglas in the back, who does all
our cow bites?
Yeah, stuff like that. He said, you don't eat hog slop, you're a Kodiak bear. They eat slop too. They eat carrion and leftovers too. Yeah.
So what do you guys think was more impressive, the Minnesota victory or the second half of the Cowboys?
I'm going with the second half of the Cowboys because you have to have some goodness and some toughness to you. Because we've seen us down before and not make it back against teams that are pitiful. And I'm not saying that they're not a well-coached team, the Giants, but like you said, 4 offensive linemen missing. And it was a struggle like that. So I think what they did this second half, coming back, finding who they are and trying to get back to who they are, I liked it that. I mean, I wasn't even watching the second half of the Minnesota game, to be honest with you. That was ugly.
Yeah, I agree. The Minnesota game was impressive, but, I mean, come back 4 days later, third game in 12 days, whatever it was, and to come out with such a slow start and just kind of grind your way back in it and not lose the focus and be able to come back, to me that was more impressive of the wins, I guess. How about you?
Yeah, Minnesota for me.
Really?
Yeah, I like.
You like that beat down?
I like it. I like. Come on out, come on out, and just tear up on some folks, man.
Right.
When you get older, like when I was a young boy, I could fight in the street all day long.
Right.
2, 3, 4 fights in a day. Then it was okay. Now I'm old.
You got time, man.
I get when I was a young kid and I would be messing with the OGs, my uncles and the older heads in the block, and they would say to me, "Boy, I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna hurt you real bad, real quick."
Right.
And I'm like, "Man, you ain't gonna do nothing to me." I'm 14, 15 years old. Now I'm the old head, and I look at young men. I'm like, "Boy, they'd have tore you up something good." Jesse, they would have grabbed you.
Right.
You 145 pounds. They would have grabbed you, and I like that. I'm of that age right now where I'm just gonna grab you and just I'm gonna beat you merciless.
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat you
the whole
real.
beat down there.
I'm gonna beat you real bad, real quick, and dispose of you. I ain't got time to do all this. Cause again, my grandmother used to say things like, if you leave doubt, then they think they had a bad day, and they come back and mess with you again.
That's good.
But if you dust them out to start with, and they know they gonna leave and say, I ain't fooling with him no more.
And when they see you, they speaking every time. Yo,
hey,
Mr. Holly.
Different.
Hey, Mr. Holly.
If I let you rough around and scruff around with me, you might think like, nah, it was Tuesday, I was a little tired, but on Thursday, I'm coming back, I'm gonna be ready.
Yeah.
When I pound you into submission,
There's
you're
no
gonna be like,
excuse.
you know what? I'm gonna leave that boy alone. So I like Minnesota. That was pound them into submission.
That's interesting.
And let the world know who else wants something.
Right.
Yeah, so
Pounding them so bad that they told New England, we've been here before, dog. We got y'all.
So that's how I look at it, man.
Yeah.
But
Good. I like that.
yeah, so I'm glad to be back with you guys, man. We got a full show this week. Tomorrow we'll start talking more about the Indianapolis Colts.
I'm gonna be here Thursday.
Look at you, money bags.
Moneybag Nate.
I will go get it.
Got to go get
I've
it.
learned from Jesse. I park at a hotel and walk to the airport.
If you guys don't learn nothing else from me, learn to go get it by all means and every means, and put me anywhere on God's green earth. I'm gonna triple my worth. That's Nate Newton. That's Kurt Daniels.
Yes, sir.
My boys, Chris in the back.
I feel you.
Audio Jazz, feel me like Braille, baby. Go get that paper.
Right.
We'll start talking more about the Colts stopping that running game. Jonathan Taylor.
They're tonight, huh? Right?
They play tonight. They play Pittsburgh tonight on Monday Night Football, so we'll get a chance to see that.
Saturday.
See if the Jeff Saturdays and company will be able to get back to their winning ways after losing last week. Down to the wire. They played Philly, right? It was Philly.
Yeah, had 'em
They had
rough.
Philly. They had Philly right where they wanted them. Let them off the hook.
Then they act like that old man.
Let him off
Philly
the hook.
beat him right into submission.
Let them off the hook. Let them off the hook. See, if we go around and play with our food,
Right.
they don't think they got a chance.
Right.
Smash them right up from the bag, right on top of their head. Sit down somewhere.
Like that little game the tight ends played.
The whack-a-mole.
That was funny.
Whack-a-mole. Whack-a-mole.
Before we go, that was funny. That was probably one of the best celebrations
ever.
And kudos to Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
You talk about leadership. You're talking about winning guys in your locker room. They came to Dak Prescott earlier in the week, and they told him that they were going to do the whack-a-mole. And he said, hey, just make sure we up 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And then he talked about the fine coming with it. He said, if we're up 2 touchdowns,
sleep
we win.
member got us.
He said, don't worry about it. He said, there's enough guys around here that'll take care of it for you.
Yeah, sleep member.
So you want to win guys over. That's the type of stuff right there that wins guys over. Dak ain't worried about a $15,000 fine. That's grocery money. That's play money for Dak. And he made sure he took care of his boys who were having a little fun on Thanksgiving.
Then they set him up with the play to let him do it.
To let him do it, yeah. So, that's how you win your guys over in the locker room, man. That's what I love about football is moments like that.
And that's still one enough to make you happy post-game.
I'm a grumpy old man. What can I say? Hey, we appreciate you guys, man. Thank you so much. I'm Jesse Holly. This is Hanging with the Boys.
Yeah,
We out.
We out.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!